Athens, the city of the gods. I'm sure you've ever wondered what this city is like. In this video I will show you the streets and the most beautiful places of the city that, as many consider, has been the birthplace of Western civilization. Grab a drink and enjoy this trip. Our ship arrived at the port very early in the morning. We went to the last metro stop called Piros, and in just 25 minutes this line would leave us in the city center. Good morning guys, we just arrived to Greece, Athens. We arrived to the port that is called Piraeus and we're looking for the subway. It's quite chaotic here. The first impression was not nice because everything is crowded, dirty, destroyed. This is, I think, the worst subway we've ever been to. So I hope that we find some more nice things. Now we are taking the subway to the city center. We're going to walk and we're going to go to the Acropolis, which is like in a small hill. We'll have to walk and hopefully we'll change our minds. We got off at the stop before the center to be able to walk a bit through the not so busy streets. It was early in the morning and we decided to find a nice place to have a coffee. So now we went off the metro and we're having a coffee. By the way, look at the prices because it was surprisingly expensive. Like 2 coffees is 8 euros. So keep this in mind. And now we're going to go walking to the city center. We don't want to take more transportation and we saw that the most important things, you can see them walking. I'm still feeling dizzy from the cruise, like everything is moving all the time. It gives me the vibe of a Mediterranean city, but it doesn't look like Europe to me. It's like a bit like India. It's like the taxi driver will go behind you and yes, come with me, and you say no and they continue. So that's a thing I don't like from here. Now we were ready to discover the most famous places in Athens, but before, as my grandma always says, getting lost in the streets is the best way to discover the most authentic. And that's what we did. We saw many bazaars and cute little shops all around. Now we know why the coffee was so expensive. Basically because you have the view of the Acropolis, and like any other city, the closer you get to the center, the prices go up. So I recommend you coming, like stopping one stop before the center and go to the small streets. We found the cutest cafe here. I love the decoration. Come to see it. This cafe has been the most beautiful I've ever seen, and as much as I would love to spend the whole day there, we had many other things to see, so we continued walking through the streets of Athens, enjoying the typical souvenirs that were sold in every corner. Right now we are in front of the shop with typical clothes. This is the typical style here, like white dresses with golden or blue details. They're a bit expensive. In other places you can find the same dress for a more affordable price. So this thing here is the typical Greek thing, this design. So now we were going to the Acropolis direction, but we couldn't resist going into another store because it's impossible not to stop and see all these cute little things that they sell. So these are the streets, nothing special, but I'm not surprised because everyone that has been in Athens told me that it's not nice, it's not worth visiting. Maybe if you're a lover of culture and history. For now, I don't like it very much, and it's so funny because we changed the route and we ended up going to Turkey. And I didn't want to go at all, but actually I liked it very much more than here. This trip is full of surprises. Actually, Athens is a very interesting combination because it's ancient and modern, silent and loud, cute and chaotic, traditional and street style. It's all at once, and it all depends on when and where you are. This is the Roman Agora. So the way to the Acropolis is walking. But if you come during the hot hours, it's definitely quite uncomfortable. But yeah, we're almost there. I saw it, it's huge. I can't wait to see it. Over the centuries, the Acropolis was many things. A home to kings, a mythical home of the gods, a tourist attraction, and a religious place. It still stands as a reminder of the rich history of Greece. And also the Odeon of Herodes is a Roman theater structure which is next to the Acropolis, so don't forget to take a picture here.
After a long walk, very hot weather and very expensive tickets, we are finally here. This is Acropolis. This is the most famous place in Greece and one of the most visited landmarks in the world, and also the best view of the city is from here.
To enter the Acropolis, you have to climb a little bit, and once you enter and pass the columns, guys, you feel like you are in another planet and dimension.
My God, guys, look at this. This is amazing. So we finally got here. It's not only the thing you just saw right now. You can see like two kinds of temples. One is over here and the other one is there. We're going to see them now.
So, what is the main reason why the Acropolis is important to the Greek? It was used to worship the goddess Athena. In Greek mythology, there are many gods, and ancient Greeks believed gods and goddesses controlled nature and guided their lives. Greek religion affected their daily lives because they made so many things for their gods and did everyday things like sacrifices and games for their gods.
So finally we are here. So finally we are here. My grandma and I are so amazed because they built this 2000 years ago, and of course this is reconstructed, but you can imagine how it was, and especially if you think this is the highest point of the city and how did they do this. It's very, very amazing. My grandma came here 30 years ago because one of her best friends lived here. And she says that
nothing changed. Yes,
nothing changed.
It was like that 500 years ago, 1000 years ago.
So don't worry if you cannot come this year. Next year it will be the same.
Absolutely.
Did you enjoy my video? Well, I have good news for you. Now you can see the second part where I show you the oldest neighborhood in the world, the typical Greek food, a typical white neighborhood that looks like a painting, and much more. If you want to discover about this incredible country and about many others, it's very easy. Just subscribe. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video.